Last time we talked about tenths of a meter, which meant 10 centimeter increments. Well, today we're going to talk about tenths of a centimeter. So you've probably seen a centimeter before. If you looked at a standard 12-inch ruler, there would be 30 centimeters on it. And centimeters, do you know, are they bigger or smaller than inches then? Yes, centimeters are smaller than inches. And so this picture is not drawn to scale. But um, when we look at a centimeter on a ruler, you'll see it's split into even tinier little pieces. Do you know what those are called? Those are called millimeters. So within 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. My first question of the day, though, is if we're measuring with a centimeter ruler, or measuring with any ruler, what's important to know when we're measuring length with a ruler? So if I told you the answer to this, right, if I'm measuring this red line, I could see that that's 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3/10 of 2 and 3 centimeters. That would be the length of the red line. What was important? What did I have to consider as I was putting the ruler up to the line, figuring out my answer 2 and 3/10 centimeter? Think in your head, maybe jot down on your paper, what were some things that were important? Pause the video if you need to and play back when you're ready to hear some of my thoughts. Maybe you said that you needed to start at 0. Right? I have to be sure that the line I'm measuring is lined up with the 0 point of centimeters, right? And then you want to put your ruler flat against the line. Put ruler, or straight across, right? Straight. Oh, I could have even used math vocabulary and said parallel to the line. Right, straight across, just kind of like make sure it lines up right across like that. Put the ruler straight across. One thing you might not have noticed in this example, but most rulers have centimeters or inches, so you need to make sure you're using whatever you want to measure to, in this case centimeters. Make sure it's centimeters. Don't be on the inches side, because that's going to give you a totally different measurement. And then finally, we counted the tick marks to get our millimeters as well, right? We lined it up and we looked at where it ended and counted the whole centimeters and the millimeters. So look at where it ends to find centimeters and millimeters. Okay. Now, the next step, now that you have understood how to measure, sometimes you're going to be asked to convert from centimeters to millimeters. And whenever you can do that, you multiply by 10. Because, as we just saw and said, 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. So each centimeter is a group of 10. Hence, you multiply by 10. So I bet you can do this next one. 14 centimeters multiplying by 10 is so much fun, right? Because basically you just put a 0 on the end there and get 140 centimeters. Now I said put a 0 on the end, but really what I was doing was moving over one place value, right? I was moving over one place value, and that's why I have my 0 there. Well, guess what? The place value rule still works even when you have a decimal. If I had 4 and 2/10 a centimeter, and then I multiplied by 10, it's like I'm moving over one place value, or moving my decimal, so that would actually be 42 millimeters. And that kind of makes sense when you look back at our example here, how it was 2 and 3/10 of a centimeter, but if I had counted each one of these little teeny tiny millimeters, I won't do it to you all the way up because I would realize it would put me to 23 millimeters. So I want you to pause the video and try the next 3 on your own. And if you need to, you can look over here to your place value chart and know that every time you're going from centimeters to millimeters, you're getting 10 times, you're getting, well, smaller. So you, in this way, you multiply by 10 to go over 1 decimal place or 1 place value, as the case may be. So pause the video and try the next 3 on your own. Play back when you're ready to reveal the answers. Let's see, you should have gotten that 24 3/10 of a centimeter is 243 millimeters. 8/10 of a centimeter is not even a full centimeter, so it's not even going to be 10 millimeters. It's only 8 millimeters. And finally, 16 centimeters times 10 is 160 millimeters. I know you will be careful to follow all the rules of measuring, and then you will think through your conversions. But remember, converting from centimeters to millimeters is as simple as multiplying by 10.